I'm often asked why I'm a business-to-business marketer, and the answer is because that's what I do. I've been a business-to-business marketer for as long as I've been in the profession. Went to Northwestern to get my PhD and knew exactly what I wanted to do for a dissertation when I arrived there. I was very interested in understanding power relationships between buyers and sellers, not at the consumer level, but on the organizational level. And I wrote a dissertation where I looked at how purchasing agents get power in decision-making under conditions of environmental uncertainty. So I've been working in this area for a very long time. Recently, I was made a fellow at ISBM, which is the Institute for Study of Business Markets. There were 11 of us selected, so I'd like to think I'm one of the top 11 business-to-business people in the world. It's work that I've always done. I've been interested initially in how buyers make decisions and looked initially at buyer-seller relationships. Then I looked at buying organizations and selling organizations, which gave rise to my interest in channels of distribution and strategic alliances. And I'm also somebody who spends some time on supply chain management. So as a marketer, to do supply chain management is kind of an awkward thing to do, because purchasing people will look at me and say, "You're a marketing guy and you're doing supply chain. Do I need to be cautious of you?" I've always worked at what I call fuzzy problems. I work at the intersection of marketing and manufacturing, marketing, procurement, marketing, and strategy. So the type of work that I do is very implementation focused. I'm interested in multi-areas coming together to attack a business type of problem, which is often awkward to get published because you're not coming at it with a single discipline. You're coming at it with a little marketing, a little manufacturing, a little procurement. And it's hard to find journals in which to publish, but I've had a reasonable amount of success doing that over the years. I find that for me, the business-to-business arena is much more interesting than the consumer packaged goods business. I'm not putting that down. I'm just saying that for me, my interests lie with big organizations and how they interact and how they make buying decisions. I'm one of 6 members of the faculty here at the University of Virginia. We're a relatively small marketing area. I'm the only business-to-business guy, but I have a colleague who is a consumer marketer who looks from the manufacturer to the retailer and beyond the retailer to the consumer. I go upstream when he goes downstream. So we work very well together. I also do a fair amount of work in Salesforce management, which I also have as part of my B2B marketing course. The Salesforce management allows me to deal with the interaction at a very close level between marketing and sales and the tensions that exist between them. It is amazing that marketing and sales really don't get along very well, and you'd think that within very sophisticated marketing organizations they would get along well, but apparently they don't. There is tension there because for many companies, if they are sales focused, if the sales force is the lead dog on the sled, marketing people mainly serve a marcom function. They do all the ads, all the brochures in support of the sales function, as opposed to marketing being the leader, where they do segmentation and those kinds of issues. So that's another interest of mine as well. As I mentioned earlier, I spend a lot of time looking upstream where my colleagues look downstream. And for our students here at the Darden School, there are a number of companies that our students go to. DuPont would be one, the Danaher family of companies would be another. And all those students have taken my B2B course. It is as though I've certified them to become business-to-business marketers. And there are a couple of consulting companies as well where all the people who work there, since they are mostly a B2B go-to-market kind of company, they've all taken my course. So there are certain industries, certain firms within certain industries where it is well recognized that these people ought to take the business to business course. So I've got a bunch of alumni out there who are spreading the gospel, if you will, and I'm excited about that. The course for me is really an example of my research. I am one of the lucky people here at the Darden School in the sense that what I teach is what I research. So I get some scale of economies there. I get some efficiencies that some of my colleagues do not get. And what that allows me to do is, as I focus in my writing and my research, I can concentrate on key business problems that will affect what's going to go on in the classroom. So there's a tight linkage between what I think, what I research, and what I do in the classroom, which I think for the students, it allows them an opportunity to not only learn concepts, but to very much be exposed to the real world. I use lots of examples within class, and the students will say that they love the stories because the stories make the concepts and the cases live even more for them. So the overall reviews I get from the course are very good, and I'm very pleased about that as well.